Welcome back, science learners. Acid and bases, one of the section in chemistry, which is relatively very easy if you know how to approach the section. It's good using stoichiometric calculations in some cases, but they are basic information that you need to have in order to get full marks in this section. It's possible. Let's look at the recent question paper. This was question number 7. They say nitric acid is a strong monoprotic acid used in the production of fertilizers. 7.1.1, explain why the above acid is regarded as a strong acid. Remember, of late we were told in no uncertain term that when we are dealing with this, we need to explain as per examination guideline. Therefore, we are going to say it ionizes completely in water or in solution to produce or to produce a high concentration of hydronium ions. That will be 2 marks if you say that. Fine. Next question in this case, 7.1.2, they say with the 8 we write down the chemical formula and the chemical name of the conjugate base of nitric acid, HNO3. So write down the chemical formula and the chemical name of the conjugate base. Remember, the conjugate base of a substance is a 1 hydrogen 1 H plus less in that compound. Therefore, HNO3 then will have the formula will be NO3 minus, and the name will be nitrate. You just write nitrate. You don't have to say nitrate ion. Remember, nitrate is an ion on its own. Fine. 713, they say, will the Kc value of the nitric acid be greater than 1 or less than 1? We know it's a strong, it's a Ka value. It's a strong acid. Therefore, strong acid have got high Ka value which are greater than 1. Therefore, Ka value will be greater than 1. Fine. If you follow the word in there, you'll write the greater than. Yes, greater than 1. So yeah, it was what is given. Fine. In 7.2, they are saying to us this one 0.08 moles of nitric acid is now added to 40 cubic centimeter of calcium hydroxide with a pH of 13. You know, the 2 can give us something, number of moles. Therefore, we'll have to find the concentration of calcium hydroxide with that pH. Then the balance equation, a chemical equation below, represented the reaction taking place until the equivalent point. Remember, what is equivalent point and what is the end point? Hope you know the difference. This is the equation. Yes. First question, define the equivalent point. 7.2.1. Then the equivalent point will be when neutralization is complete. Neutralization is complete. Or you can be explicit and say when the base has completely neutralized the acid, or when the acid is completely neutralized by the base. So fine, the bottom line, neutralization is complete there. Now the next question in this case, they are saying to us 7.2, calculate the initial number of mole of calcium hydroxide. Remember, to calculate the number of mole of calcium hydroxide with a given volume, we need concentration. Where do you get the concentration? From the pH. Therefore, the pH of 13, remember, very good, that you must know that when we are calculating the pH, we are using the formula of pH equals to minus log of concentration of hydronium ions. Yes. Then, but when we are given the pH, therefore we use the formula of hydronium ions equals to 10 to exponent minus pH. Please master this one. It will make life easier for you. Now in this case, the concentration of hydronium ions, when we substitute, it will be 10 to exponent minus 13 mole per dm cube. Fine, we take this concentration because we are given a base, then we must find that of a base. We start with OH minus. The concentration of hydronium ions according to Kw multiplied by the hydroxide ion equals to 1 by 10 to exponent minus 14. Substituting this one by 10 to exponent minus 13, and then this being OH minus 1 by 10 to exponent minus 14. Therefore, concentration of OH minus will be 1 by 10 to exponent minus 1 mole per dm cube, or you can just write 0,1. It's fine as well. Fine, no problem. But now this is the concentration of OH minus, the concentration of calcium hydroxide. Therefore, for every calcium hydroxide, we know that the concentration of OH minus equals to 2 times the concentration of calcium hydroxide. That is a relationship that is very important. Now, to find this one, if I've got 0,1, which will be 2 times the concentration of calcium hydroxide, if I use my maths, therefore the concentration of calcium hydroxide will be the same as half of this one, which is 0,05 mole per dm cube. Fine, then we have got the concentration of calcium hydroxide. Now we can find the number of moles. So from the spider, then we know that number of mole of calcium hydroxide will be concentration multiplied by the volume. Concentration is given is 0.05. We just calculated. The volume is 40, then which will be 0.04. Then you multiply the two. You're going to get, in this case, 0. The concentration of it will be 0.4. Let me see. Concentration of volume of hydroxide is 40. Yes, it will be now 0.0. This one, this is 0.002. I think that will be the case. 0.002 mole. Fine, then that will be the answer that they wanted. 7.2.3. Now they say to us, according to this one, let's check from the question. 7.2.3. Fine, they say to us, calculate the volume in cubic centimeter of nitric acid used during the reaction. Now remember, we were given the concentration. Now we need the number of moles to find the volume. Therefore we go to the balance equation. Can you look at the balance equation? Calcium hydroxide and nitric acid are in the ratio 2:1. Therefore 2 moles of nitric acid react with 1 mole of calcium hydroxide, but I don't have 1 mole, I've got 0.02. So then you can just say to the examiner, the number of mole of HNO3 equals to 2 times the number of mole of calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide, that will be the case, therefore, which is 2 times 0.002. Therefore, the answer will give you 0.004 mole. But we don't need mole, we need the volume. Therefore, you just tell the examiner, find the volume of nitric acid from the formula of C equals to N over V. The volume will be mainly number of mole divided by concentration, which is 0.004 divided by the concentration is 0. According to this one, this is 0.08. 0.08. That's what is given. Therefore, the answer, if you use your this one, your calculator, you can see now 0, this one cancels this, I remain with 0.4 divided by 8, which will be 0.05. That will be the case, decimeter cube, but they don't need decimeter cube, they need cubic centimeter on the question. They say therefore the volume of nitric acid in cubic centimeter, it will be, now just multiply this one by 1000, therefore you get 50 cubic centimeter. I think that is the final answer in this case. Very important question. Now we move to the second question, that is 7.3. In the 7.3 they say, in another reaction, learners want to demonstrate hydrolysis. They react ammonium hydroxide, which is NH4OH, with an unknown acid to form salt called ammonium chloride. Obviously, we know the unknown acid is ACl. Fine, this is the case. Define the term hydrolysis. We know according to our examination guideline, therefore that is 7.3.1. 7.3.1, hydrolysis will be the reaction of salt with water. Reaction of salt and water, no problem, it's fine. 7.3.2, let's check what is needed now. They say calculate the percentage of hydrogen in ammonium chloride. This is typical grade 10. Now we just tell the examiner to say the percentage of hydrogen. They say in ammonium chloride, therefore it's going to be hydrogen. There are 4 hydrogens in there, they contribute 4. The whole ammonium chloride, therefore it will be ammonia is 14, and then plus 4 plus 35.5. So if you add all this, it will give you somewhere around 53.5. So it will give you 53.5 times 100%. Therefore, the answer will give us something like 7.477%, 7.48%. That is the percentage of hydrogen in ammonium chloride. Fine, 7.3.3, no problem. We found the percentage. Now they say to us, will the hydrolysis of the salt ammonium chloride result in acidic or basic? We look at the origin of the salt, because it's come from the weak base and a strong acid. Obviously it will be slightly acidic, therefore our first answer will be acidic. Now fine, seems as if we are going to explain here. Now they say use a balance equation to support your answer, to explain this one. Remember, if they were not in need of the balance equation, you will just say why is it acidic? It's because it's a salt of a strong acid and a weak base. That will be the reason. But here they need an equation. Therefore we look at the salt itself, ammonium chloride. Now we'll look at, in the ammonium chloride, remember only the ions of weak acid or weak bases undergo hydrolysis. Therefore, in this case, it means that now ammonium ion is the one that will undergo hydrolysis, not chlorine ion. Thank you. Then in that case, you'll just say fine. Therefore, ammonium ion undergo hydrolysis. Then the reason will be ammonium ion plus water, and then will form, because this one is coming from the weak base, is a strong acid, or just an acidic conjugate acid. If it's a conjugate acid, remember acids according to Bronsted-Lowry must donate the hydrogen. Therefore, it will donate the hydrogen to water to form H3O plus, and remain with NH3. That is why this is acidic. Ammonium chloride is acidic because it produces what? H3O plus. That is according to Arrhenius. Any substance that produces H3O plus in solution, then that substance is acidic. So I think that is the end of this question in terms of the answering here, which is question number 7, acid and base. I hope so far your eyes are open, especially in terms of hydrolysis. Remember, we said only the ions that are coming from weak acids or the weak bases undergo hydrolysis. If you are given a particular salt, like let's say calcium carbonate, you know that now this is coming from carbonic acid, this is coming from calcium hydroxide. Therefore, it's a strong base against the weak acid. Therefore, it's only carbonate ion that will undergo hydrolysis, not calcium ion. So that's how we roll on this one. So hopefully it enlighten your future. Good luck in the upcoming assessments and examination. Don't forget to subscribe and spread the gospel. So very little information is dangerous always. Therefore, me on Sci Tech will always assist you in terms of empowering you with the knowledge that is relevant to answering any forthcoming question. Hope you enjoyed this part. Let's meet again in other session. Thank you.